Hi guys, it's Kayden. I am officially 1 week on T today, so that's really exciting. Yeah, I'm super stoked, so I thought I'd make another video with a couple questions that I've been getting asked frequently lately. I'll start out with a disclaimer. My disclaimer is that not all trans people are open to talking about their gender identity or their transition or anything like that. And it's very important that everyone respects that decision. If they don't want to talk about it, then they don't want to talk about it, and they shouldn't have to. Okay, so I guess I'll start with the first question I've been getting a lot. The first question is, what pronouns do you prefer? Oh, and I have my notepad here again. What pronouns do you prefer? I prefer to go by male pronouns, he, him, his. The transition has started, I'm super stoked about it, and I would just like to dive right in and get those pronouns started. How important is it to use your new name? I've had some people ask me, can I use your old name? I've known you as this for forever, can I use you? No. You cannot use my old name. I really, really strongly urge everyone to start using Kayden. That's what I identify as now. Everyone's been trying very hard, and I'm not talking about when you slip up and call me Caitlin, because that's my old name, but it's the people who blatantly call me Caitlin instead of Kayden. My name change validates who I am. It validates this identity that I'm finally getting to come out and be comfortable with. Blatantly not using someone's name or not using my name is essentially disrespecting their identity. It would be the same if I was blatantly calling someone else by a name that's not their own name. That's not their identity. It's just disrespectful to not respect that. Well, that was kind of obvious. Thanks, Captain Obvious. Disrespectful to not respect that. Great. You get the point. So the next question is, how often do you take shots? I take shots every 2 weeks. And the other question is, how long will you have to do that? I will have to do that for the rest of my life. So I will take shots once every 2 weeks unless the doctor switches us up to once a week. It would be in smaller doses if it was once a week. The third part to that question is, how long does the injection take? It does take kind of a while. The testosterone is very thick, so injecting it does take a couple of minutes. It's not necessarily painful, it just takes a while to get it in there. The next question is, how are you currently feeling? I am currently feeling great. I don't feel too many effects of the testosterone, I don't think. I've noticed that my face has gotten a little more oily, so I'm trying to keep on top of washing it. I don't want to allow acne to break out if I can avoid it, but that is one of the side effects of testosterone, is having a lot of acne, because your face does get a lot more oily. So my voice has been a little bit scratchy, but not necessarily any lower. Just a little bit of scratchiness. The next question is, when will you start to see changes? So that's a very complex question, because the testosterone affects everyone differently. Changes happen at different paces. Everything should start happening within the next year. There should be some serious visible changes within the next, let's see here, from what I gathered from my research, 1 to 3 months my voice should start cracking and gradually deepening. In the next 1 to 6 months I should start to see some facial hair. Again, it depends on your genes, it depends per person how much hair you get, how fast it comes in, if you even get any hair at all. Some people it takes years, but I mean, I should see a little bit of facial hair within the next 6 months. 6 months to a year, I'm going to see the fat in my body redistribute from my face. It'll redistribute from around my hips to more towards my stomach area. My shoulders are going to be in kind of this pattern, like an upside down triangle, instead of being in kind of like an hourglass shape, like a womanly shape. It'll be more in like a manly shape of like a triangle, in a manly shape. But basically my face will become more structured. There should be some very visible changes within the next year. These videos, the purpose of these videos, one of the purposes among many, is to help those people who don't see me regularly keep up with the changes, so it's not so shocking. Like one day you will see me and then a couple months later you see me and I have a beard. I don't want that to happen, and it might happen for some people, and that's okay, but I kind of just want everyone to be updated and give them the opportunity to watch these and be like, oh, Kayden's going through some changes. Kayden's got a beard. Kayden has a deeper voice. You know, like, it's just good to keep up with those changes, especially family or friends that I don't get to see that frequently. The next question is, will your personality change? Short answer, no. My personality is not going to change. I'm going to be the same exact person. I'm just going to have to deal with like the emotional changes and kind of deal with my body switching from running primarily on estrogen to running primarily on testosterone, because there are different emotions and things that come with being run primarily on one or the other. So I'll just have to kind of adjust to what's going to happen with that. But my happiness should start to increase dramatically, which I feel like it has, because my mind and my gender identity should start connecting with my body, which is going to be really awesome. The next question I get a lot is, what do you identify as now? So that's a rough one. I don't really know what I identify as. I haven't really thought about it too much, and I don't really have to think about it because I'm in a committed relationship. I'm engaged, so I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's more about two human beings being in love rather than labels or what I identify as. And that's kind of how it's always really been for me. It's like, if you're a human being and you love another human being, that's great. Love is fantastic. But a lot of people are preoccupied and get caught up in these labels and like, are you gay? Are you straight? Are you, I don't know, are you a lesbian? Are you bisexual? What are you? And I don't really think I have a label. I'm attracted to females, and that hasn't changed, and I don't know. I don't know what I'll be labeled as. I don't feel like I need to put a label on myself. I'm not like a can of soup. I don't need a label. The last question that I've been getting a lot, which I feel like is very important to be addressed, is, will you get a penis? Okay, so that question really bothers me, because would you go up to someone on the street and just ask them, hey, do you have a penis? No, I don't think so. You pass by transgender people every day, males and females, and you don't even realize it. Like, there are transgender people all over this world. It is entirely insensitive and inappropriate to ask someone what they have in their pants. That's just a general rule all the way around. Unless that person has specifically stated that they are okay and willing to talk about it, it's definitely a no-go, not appropriate to go there. Other than that, I don't really have too many questions right now that I can think of. If you guys can think of questions, you can comment them for me, or add me on Instagram and send me a message if you don't feel comfortable sharing it publicly. I'm more than happy to answer whatever you guys have. I don't know too much yet because I'm just starting my journey, but hopefully we can learn together as we go. So add me on Instagram, follow me on here, and I look forward to seeing you for my next shot a week from Thursday. Today. Yeah, so in a week. Alright, cool. See you guys then.